Hello everyone, my name is Shubham Dubey and I am from Web 15 batch at Masai. I am here for the presentation of my YouTube app that I have built for my CSBT evaluation. So let's see how's my app is working. So as you can see, I have created a basic style sheet where you can see a navbar with ID navbar, and it has a class with ID left and right. And I have given it a percentage of 70% and 30% of distribution. Then we have created a main div that where this main div will be containing our videos and all the files that will be showing on our main application. It consists of a left div which has all the different options to explore the page, and it has a right div with all the options so that you can explore the videos. It has a distribution of 14% and 84%. Usually we give the distribution of width in percentage. So I have provided it with the percentage mark. So next, what we have done is we have created a flex class with a margin of 5% and display flex so that we can arrange our titles and our icons that we are going to use on our web page. So now, what we have done in right div is we have created it with a grid with repeat functionality that has 4,1 fr with a width of 80%. Also, we had given the image of that div with a width of 100% and a height of 50% and a border radius of 10 cross 10 px. So what we will doing is first we will be getting the icons that we have fetched from one of the icon website that we are going to use. So we have imported the script of that icon website at the script folder, as you can see at line number 9 and 10. So at the script part, we have got the kit of that Font Awesome website that we are going to use so that we can easily import the icons from the website. So let's see what is there in the HTML part of our website. So we as we earlier created a container with ID named as navbar. So this navbar will be containing all the page exploration items that there will be on the page. So as you can see, there is an ID given so that we can distribute the following things and the following icons on our web page. So let's open our web page and see how it is looking. So as you can see, our web page has certain options like home, explore, subscription, original. This was in the left div of our web page, and we have a navbar which contains a search and a search button. As you can see, a search icon. So let's see how the other functionalities of my web pages are working. So in the main div, there, as you can see at line number 132, there is a main div so that where we can append our left div and right div. So in the left div, as you can see, there are options with icons and the tag name that we are at. So in the second div, you can also see there is an icon with a main div that you can see at here. After the home page, in the left section of the page, you can see the home page and then explore and then subscription. This all contains in a left div. So basically what we have done is we have created a good CSS part for this website so that it will look attractive. And now what we have done in the right div is we have created a certain number of iframes so that our videos will be displayed, which we are going to fetch. So coming to the script part, what we have done is we have gathered all the script and pasted it here in the main file only so that it will be easier to understand and showcase our file. So what we are going to do next is we are going to show you how the script file and how all the function of this basically this web page is working. So let's see. What we have done is, as you can see, as soon as I reload the web page, it comes with a certain random videos that are trending. So what we are doing here is, we are getting an API, which is an YouTube API, and we are passing a key that we have already gathered from the YouTube, and it is at line number 187, as you can see. Then again, we are using try and catch in async function so that we can gather all the data from the API. So using template literals, we are making this API as a dynamic one, so that whatever like it gets an API as a API key as a in a dynamic form, that whenever this function get videos is called at the page reloading time, this whole API fetch thing will work, and it will start appending the data in the respective div, that is here, that display data function. This display data function is called so that while the page is loading, we can directly display the data in the form of grid system that we have designed in our div. So what this next async function is doing, this async function is taking the user input that we have gathered in the input box. As you can see, if we write here Masai, it will try to gather all the videos that are related to Masai, and it will showcase in a grid format. So what we are doing here is, we are trying to fetch all the data using this API, this another API, where the dynamic things are, first one is the key that we have defined here as a let key is equal to at line number 187, and then q is the q is basically the argument that we are passing here to get the user input. Okay, so we have defined the user input from the search term. That search term we have defined here in the input box, what input we are gathering it here. And we have also got the on click function at line number 122 for our search button. So how that search button is including, let's see. So we have created a function for the async, that is search, and that what search button is doing, whenever that on click function is called, it is fetching an API, as you can see, from line number 204 to 207, so that it can gather all the data, and it can, again, we have created an append data structure where we'll be appending all the data that we are getting from the page reload to the search item. So what we have done is, we have created a function, and that we are calling it here so that it can display all the data that we have gathered here. We are also using for each HTML function so that we can append the data for their respective image in the iframe. Secondly, what we have done is, we have created an iframe with a source that we are getting from the YouTube iframe embedded system that we have got from the YouTube itself. We are passing the video ID here. So as you can see, we have gathered some using ECMA 6 standard video, like ECMA 6 standard code that we are using here for getting the object element from the array. So what we are doing here is, we are getting the video ID from the data, and we are passing it in the iframe. So what it will do is, whenever a certain iframe is loaded, it will load with a certain video ID, and that video ID will come from the async function that we have created here. So it will show in a iframe part, and then we have appended a whole iframe to the right div that we have created for the videos part. So it was all about my mini YouTube application that we have created. So once again, we look at the structure of the video. How is it working? So as soon as we click on the website, as soon as the website loads, a function runs, and the whole random videos that we have created will be appearing here from the API, YouTube API. Then again, if we need to search any video, like I will be doing here, if we will be searching Masai, then it will be appending those videos to the same grid. So what we are doing here is we are appending the same videos that we are searching in the same grid, in which the page loading time grids are displayed. So this was all about my YouTube application. Thank you.